Good morning, everyone. So the time is 8:30. The day is Thursday. It's a sailing day for me, but I'm actually still at home right now. Normally we'd be on the water probably by this time. We have some webcams at the club, so now it's actually light enough. We can see the water is now right in again. Last week, you know, I could walk all round right up to there. And you can see actually where the shallows are with here by the current on the water there. So you know it's impossible to get the boat in because the slipway ran out and the stones meant I couldn't get my boat out onto the lake. But today the water's right back where it should be. As long as it's right by the grass line here, we're good to go. So I think next half hour we'll get in the car, we'll get down there. Even if we get a couple of hours in, a little bit of, complete our sea anchor testing, that'll be job well done. I've got the motor, the electric motor batteries charged up. We'll have some fun today either way, and I will see you on the lake. So the sun has just come out, we're at the lake, and just as the weather predicted, we've got 12-mile-an-hour winds and 25-mile-an-hour gusts. I don't know. I don't know. The weather gets it wrong more than it gets it right, but that's the way it is. It's just the way it is inland weather. You can see the water receding a little bit, but it's perfect. It's a little bit shallow getting the boat in there, but as you can see, the boat's in, all ready to go. I'm not wearing my wetsuit again. It's about 10 degrees. To be honest with you, I actually just put it on and it was stiflingly warm. It's a 4mm suit, so it should be about right for these conditions. But if I was sailing, I probably would have put it on. But I am wearing my fleece today, which maybe is an indication of it being a little bit cold. Just as I've said, just as I finished now, the breeze has definitely picked up. So let's go out there. We'll have to be careful around the edge of the lake today because it's quite shallow. Well, let's go and have a play and see what happens. Sun's out. We're just motoring in to... I'm actually going to go to the activity centre because I don't think I can moor so easily at the sailing club at the moment. Also, I hope the cafe's still open because I do prefer the coffee. The old lady there makes like a half decent cappuccino, so yeah, we'll do that. So just come off the lake, you might just see the boat through there, come to my favourite cafe, but it's closed. Sad because it's end of the season, isn't it? And she did say last week she might close during the week this week, now remember. Yeah, pretty sad. Just moored up the adventure centre. You've got to be really careful. You can see, yeah, it's not deep at the best of times here, but you can see the water's quite shallow here as well. Wind's totally gone, bit of sun come out. See, the lake's like glass. I've actually moored this side this time because there's some steps. Just makes it a little bit easier, especially with the water being a little bit lower. A bit easier to get in and out the boat. So I'm going to go over to the sailing club and see if I can see if the cafe's open, because I'm starving. I don't know what I'm going to do if they're not open. So we're on our way to Bala Sailing Club, to the cafe hopefully. The wind has just gone. In fact, the lake was like glass up until a few seconds ago, and we just had a little gust, maybe just created these tiny little ripples. But as you can see, we're making the biggest waves on the lake right now. No wind. I'm so glad I put the motor on today and decided to at least get out on the lake, have a little mess around, muck about on the water. It's brilliant. you know. And if you can't do it with sail, you know, if you've got a motor, get the motor on. It's all the same really. Just find different things to do. I'd rather be sailing and learning and mastering sailing, you know, but you can't sail when there's no wind. So there we go. Stopped at my little slipway, and we're just coming out of here. Oh, the water's really shallow here at the moment. Let's just get my little extender on, and then we're going to come out here. The wind's just picked up a little bit, and I've noticed a sail going up over there. Don't know who it is. Tried to wave and say hello, and they weren't really so interested. So I am still using my little scooter battery. Been using it all day. I think we've been going about an hour and a half on it all day. So I'm going to see if we can motor to the bottom of the lake, and then we'll motor all the way back again. Let's do that. Let's see what happens. It has actually, yeah, just started raining as well. I think it's the first time I've been in the rain on my boat actually, which is weird. One thing I thought we could do while we're just motoring is actually I've got a lot of water in the boat as you can see. I accidentally left the autobelly open when I got in the boat, and I think getting in and out with wet feet and that, you know, the water just builds up. Okay, and I thought to myself, well, rather than bail it out, it wouldn't take 5 minutes to bail that out with my bailer. Let's see if we can use the auto bailer. So the auto bailer is basically a little hole in the bottom of the boat with this contraption here, which you click in, and that's currently closed. Now if we open it, we just unclick it, and then I think we push it down. There we go. Now if the boat stood still, water would pour in now, obviously, but because of the draft we've got, oh, there's a bit of a leaf that's gone down there. Because of the drag the bottom of the boat has, you can just open that and it should suck the water out. And lo and behold, look at that. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Yeah, that's sucking the water out, and it's doing a really good job of it as well. So as long as you're moving, then yeah, it'll have that effect. So yeah, look at that. We're doing about 5 knots, motor's on about half power. Yeah, it's going to have this gone in no time. What a beautiful rainbow just appeared. It looks, I've never seen a rainbow that actually looks like it terminates so close to you. It looks like it terminates in those, or comes from those fields. You can see it's in front of the trees. Wow, that's pretty cool. Don't see one of those every day. So even that flurry of wind, I was genuinely thinking, should I get the sails on, take advantage of it? Well, you can see, look, the wind sort of dropped again, and the waves are gradually going. There's almost no wave action at all. You get that lovely, when you're motoring and you get a really flat water, you get that lovely, you hear the sound change. It goes from that kind of, and you get this more constant, you can hear it. Almost sounds like a babbling brook. It's just, you know, moving the water aside. It's very, very peaceful actually. I do like that. I do like it when the boat's like this. It would be lovely if it's 25 degrees. That's it, the weather station. it's always wrong. No, in fairness, it's probably, how can it be wrong? But I think the forecast is very difficult. Forecasting in a temperate climate like the UK is extremely difficult the best of the times. So, you know, this sort of weather's a nightmare. Oh, the sun is glinting. I don't know if you can see that. Beautiful, glinting off the sea, off the waves. This is sort of Bala camping along there that we normally stay. There's a little cove around there that we normally stop at, and this is all the campsite and then the beach. And this is Llangower, which is one of the stations here for the little choo-choo train. We haven't really been down here very much the last few weeks. So, and also when we do come down here, we tend to stay on the east, the other side of the lake. So I thought I'd come down sort of more this side of the lake. It gets quite sort of wildfowl-y, shall we say, sort of wetlandy, you know, a lot of birds down this south end of the lake. So here is roughly where I had my capsizing incident a couple of months ago. It was, you know, now we've since found out the wind was crazy fast, crazy. The gusts were unbelievable that day. And I must have, well, it's a really noisy motorbike. I'm capsized. I'm just trying to find the landmark here. That's right, it was about here, because I remember there being that little sort of fence that you just saw the bird fly off, and then it was just by the mouth of this little river here. You can actually see on the water there's definite wind action there, and I think that's why I got caught out there. The wind was coming across the lake, so I'm going to just stop the boat motor. The wind was coming across the lake roughly the same direction as now, and I was sort of almost here coming up from this way. I literally drifted, ended up turtled and drifted into that beach there. Took me about an hour to sort of drift from here. I tried to, as you know, right the boat 5 times. By that stage I was kind of here. You can see how much we've drifted, look, even in these conditions. So yeah. Bad memory, but good memory too, you know. You've got to have these moments to make you, help you learn. Here we are, bottom of the lake. So that's the other campsite. It's got a nice little beach there that I've stopped on a few times. And then that's another adventure centre. I know they do loads of like Venture Scout stuff there. That's the river, so that's the exit of the lake. That's the southeast down there. And it makes for quite a peaceful little area, this. Buoy number 1. Don't get to see that one very often. Yeah, weather's really closing in now. Gonna have to just be careful. Just want to watch the depth here again, because we lost a lot of water in the lake. So this has got a little beach. It's really popular in the summertime here. You can just rock up, park in the car park. There is a jetty. It's always got people fishing off it though, so it's hard to hard to ever moor up there. Whoop. Whoa, we'll just stop. And then you can see the little train station there, which never did get onto the train this year. Maybe next year, maybe next year. And then this coastline goes all the way round. You can see all the way round there, and then all the way round, and it goes along. Oh, it's a strong current here. You can see the water coming in there. I didn't even know there was a stream or anything there. So maybe in the winter when the it gets a lot wetter, maybe these places appear. There's water streaming in though, so you can see how the lake can fill up quite quickly. They use the lake for like a reserve tank. So if it weren't for the lake and the fact that they can close and open and let water in and out of it and control the water, then a lot of this area, I think further up river would actually flood. So the lake's got a very important role in making sure loads of homes don't flood. This is like the Bala camping beach. You can see those like little, almost like gypsy huts that you can hire. This place is really beautiful in the summertime. Just loses its edge a little bit in the winter as the sun goes in. You can also camp here, and you can camp almost on the shore, and you can bring your boat with you, and you don't have to be a member of any club or anything. Whoop! Oh, what's happened there? Motor's stopped. Oh, E06 warning. So yeah, I've just looked up on my phone an error code E06 on the tiller handle there indicates low voltage, so the battery is under volts for the motor. So when you're obviously using full power, it's drawing a lot of power and the voltage goes down. So I think it was just under the limit. That's good to know, because you don't want to undercharge the battery. Here's the Bala camping beach that we normally stay at. Take a closer look. I've had many lunch here. Many a lunchtime here, and my little girl thinks this little walk, you can walk through the forest all the way down. I think last week I actually stopped down there because it's quite busy here. They do a lot of school trips and stuff, and in the spring you get all this fluff coming from the trees, seeds and stuff. And my little girl, when she came, thought it was fairy dust, so she thinks this is the fairy forest and it's enchanted. So that's really cool. I'm sure we'll be coming back here for a little day out. We actually have some sun. Whoa! There's the train. We get a wave. I don't know how many times I've given that train a wave this season. Still got a fair few people on there actually, so people still having fun with it. Whoa, look at this, here come the jet fighters right over us. Wow. They're having some fun today, I can tell you that. Buoy 11. coming up. Oh, beautiful autumn sun. And we're just pootling along, as I say. And look, the water's a whisker away from being glass. I find the water really mesmerising when it's like this. That's the boat in. And I always try, I don't do this every time, but I try to give the boat a little mop down. Just, you know, anything that can help it last, just help the varnish last just that little bit longer. And also I care for my boat as well, you know. I don't want water, and especially see this water here, I don't want this water standing on the varnish, so it's always good. When I'm motoring, I think it's because I go in reverse, and you see the two little drainage holes in the transom at the back there, so I get a load of water come through there when I'm going in reverse. So I don't really get this when I'm sailing, and then I'll soak that up as well, give the cockpit a quick drain. These are really good, these kind of like microfibrous cloths. They soak up so much water, you squeeze it out and then you just soak up a load more. So I'll finish doing that, get the boat packed up, and that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. With the lack of wind today and the really changeable weather, meaning I wasn't really sure when and what time I'd get down to the lake. So, you know, we put the motor on, we had a little tour of the lake. Hope someone finds that entertaining and useful. Next week, I'm hoping to get down the lake maybe one last time. So we will try and get down to the lake and have a really good sail. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try and get a day where the wind's up and we can have a really good sail and finish the season off with a bang. I'll catch you in the next video.